Shall we all be seated kindly so that we proceed with the program? Without further ado, Your Excellency, may I kindly invite the President FIA Federation, Mr. Maina Muturi, to give us a welcoming remark and guide us in the next program. Welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Waziri for Sports, Your Excellency, the Governor of Nakuru County, our host, all protocols observed. Mine is very, very brief, is to say, Karibu Kenya. Karibu to the magical Kenya. And Your Excellency, thank you. This is the first time you're attending this rally. This is where human and dirt and everything meets together. We do have 54 drivers, and by the time we finish on Sunday, over 80 million people worldwide will be watching this event. I'd like to acknowledge the support we've received from the government, the private sector, and also to announce that the President gave us a challenge last year. With our partner CIFAO, we've been able to produce the first cross car, affordable, to be driven by young drivers of 10 to 13 years old, which is a milestone to the growth of the youth sports development. Just like where Victor Wanyama came from, Mathare United, to play for Tottenham Spurs, the sport believes and belongs to the youth, and we nourish them from that. And we have many other sponsors who have been on board, and really, I'll be taking too long if I was to mention each one of them. We'll be having 4,000 people volunteering to work during this event in different sections, 4,000 people. And I'd like to thank each and everyone for their support. It will be a challenging weekend, but the challenge is what Eliud Kipchoge says all the time: impossible is nothing. Tunajivunia kuwa watu wa Kenya. And I'd like to also ask Kenyans, please, let's have a safe weekend of rally. Tuendelee na kujali maisha ya kila mtu, na karibu 2026 Safari Rally. Thank you very, very much. May God bless you.
All right, asante sana. Please, another round of applause for the FIA and President of the Kenya Motorsports Federation, Bwana Maina Muturi. I'll just kick off this officially. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, government leaders, partners and sponsors, members of the FIA and the World Rally Championship family, drivers and crews from across the world, and to the incredible people of Kenya, karibuni sana. Welcome to the ceremonial start of the 2026 WRC Safari Rally, coming to you live from this spectacular venue here at the Wildlife Research and Training Institute here in Naivasha. It is a beautiful county of Nakuru, which also happens to be my home county, eh? If there's one event that captures the spirit of this country, our landscape, our people, our resilience, it is the WRC Safari Rally. For decades, this rally has tested the greatest drivers in the world: the dust, the mud, the rocks, the rain, the wildlife, and the terrain that refuses to apologize. And that is why today, the world proudly welcomes the world and calls it what we like calling it, the world's greatest rally in the world. And today, we are taking another chapter, but first, allow me to recognize the incredible host of this event, the amazing people of Nakuru City, a county that sits at the heart of this amazing rally. At this point, I'd like to take this opportunity to continue with our remarks as I've set up the ground for this today. I'd like to welcome to give us her remarks, Mrs. Anastasia Kivkai, Managing Director, KCB Kenya, who is also accompanied by Rosalind Gishuru, KCB Group Director.
To invite all of you for this year's rally. Your Excellency, for a decade, we've been part of this sponsorship. And we will continue supporting the government because you've done an extremely good job in promoting sport activities. Because I'm cognizant of the time of the flag off, allow me to say, Your Excellency, we're very excited to have you here, and we wish that you will be together for the remaining days. Enjoy the Safari Rally. Thank you so much.
Asante sana. And to give us her remarks, our host, kindly put your hands together for Her Excellency Susan Kihika, Governor, Nakuru City County. Makofi kwake tafadhali. Your Excellency, ningekuomba tafadhali uangalie wa kameramani wanasema hauonekani.
Mimi?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, the Cabinet Secretary for Youth and Sports, Cabinet Secretary for Tourism, the PSs, the officials, the government officials all here, FIA officials, the rally officials, and everybody, the drivers, the supporters. Mine is just to say welcome to Nakuru. We've been looking forward to this event. It's one of our major events every year, and every year it grows bigger and bigger, more exciting. And for us, with the beautiful scenic, you can even see it from here. We just say enjoy the county, enjoy the rally, everybody keep safe, and we are excited to be here this afternoon. Asanteni sana, and to everybody watching, all those from Nakuru County, just come out and watch the rally. It's an exciting time, even with the rains and everything. I think this year will be different because it's not as dusty, maybe just a little rain. But thank you so much, and we welcome everybody here. Asante.
Asante sana, Her Excellency Susan Kihika, Governor, Nakuru County. Up next to represent and speak on behalf of the FIA, could I kindly ask Rodrigo Roca, VP Sport Africa? Yes, there he is, speaking on behalf of FIA. Karibu.
I would also like to sincerely thank to His Excellency the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sport, showing by the Kenyan authorities to the growth of the sport. But also let me recognize Her Excellency Susan Kihika, Governor of Nakuru County, for once again hosting us in this magnificent place. Lastly but not the least, let me make a remark to President of the Kenya Motorsport Federation, Maina Muturi, and to the CEO of Safari Rally, Charles Gasharu, for their unwavering support, and to his entire team for the outstanding dedication that they have for this event. Ladies and gentlemen, Safari Rally Kenya is not only one of the great events of the FIA World Rally Championship, it is one of the great events in all the world motorsport events. This rally carries exceptional story, as it is one of the founding rounds of the 1973 FIA World Rally Championship. It is an event with deep roots, a powerful legacy, and a name that is presented by drivers, teams, fans all around the world. For Africa, it stands as a proud symbol of excellence. For world rallying, it remains one of the most special victories a crew can achieve. What makes this Safari Rally unique is the challenge it presents. Few events test competitors the same way. The roads are demanding, the terrain is unforgiving, and the weather can change everything in a moment. The rally requires speed, but also discipline, judgment, endurance, and respect for the conditions. Therefore, on behalf of the FIA and on behalf of the President of the FIA, Mr. Mohammed Ben Sulayem, I thank everyone who has helped bring this event to life and wish all competitors, organizers, officials, and fans a safe, successful, and memorable rally. Thank you very much.
All right, asante sana. That's Rodrigo Roca, VP Sport Africa FIA. Up next, I'd like to kindly welcome our Cabinet Secretary for the Sports, Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, Salim Mvurya, who will then invite our chief guest. Karibu.
Your Excellency, Professor Abraham Githure Kindiki, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, the Governor of Nakuru, my fellow CS, all protocol observed. Your Excellency, because of time, I will only quickly introduce my colleagues, the PSS, please just stand, and all other national government officials, County Commissioner, and the security team. I also want to introduce the private sector. Please stand, and we want to recognize you and to thank you for the partnership and job well done. Your Excellency, this year we have decided to work very closely with the Minister of Tourism so that we can use the opportunity that sports provides to also market our country. I will ask my colleague for 1 minute to say something.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, and all protocols observed, I take this opportunity to invite Kenya, the region, and the world to magical Kenya. Enjoy a weekend, a rare weekend of the fusion between people, vehicles, and animals and rain. Welcome to magical Kenya.
So, Your Excellency, I also want to say that this year we have decided through the direction of yourself and His Excellency the President to make sure that we provide more opportunity for the private sector to participate. And going forward, we will have a very good framework where then the private sector and government work together. Government works on regulation as the private sector continues to commercialize sports. Dear Kenyans, the waiting is over. We are beginning today. Welcome to Naivasha. Your Excellency, Deputy President, karibu sana uongee na Wakenya. Asante.
Please be seated and good afternoon. This is my first appearance in this sport, and I'm very happy to see what has been happening. I regret all those many instances where I've been missing in action. I want to take this opportunity to commend the Youth Ministry and all the partners, private sector, the Federation of Kenya Motorsports, and also the International Federation for organizing this 2026 Kenya Safari Rally. We are looking forward to a very exciting rally, as it's always been. I am told last year we had 400,000 in-person attendees. This year we are targeting 600,000. I'm also told that from outside Kenya, within East Africa, we had 10,000 guests. We could have more this year. I am also informed that between now and Sunday, over 80 million people from around the world would have watched this rally. This is the greatest rally in the world. It is a rally like no other, very challenging. There is no other place on earth where you can get a combination of tough terrain, wild animals, rain, and hospitable people, all put together, only in Kenya. I want to assure all the partners and stakeholders of continued government support. As you are aware, government has been paying the promoter fees and the fees that are supposed to be paid to the Federation, nearly 400 million shillings. We'll continue with that. But we're also encouraging the private sector to have more say in the organization and running of this event, as the minister has said. We are also looking forward to nurturing younger drivers and providing a pipeline for rally drivers into the future. I am told the curriculum is almost ready, the vehicles have been availed, and therefore by the time we return here in 2027, we will have progress to report in terms of what we are doing to nurture younger rally drivers early so that we can promote the sport. So today is not a speeches day. Today is a day for, say, all of us here, spectators, government officials, private sector, sponsors, federation, Kenyan chapter and the international chapter. But I've negotiated myself out of that request, and therefore mine will be to watch the cars from far, because again, these cars really run very fast. And I've seen one or two incidents where sometimes it's a bit scary, but this is sports. I'm sure the safety standards are there. Security across all the routes. We have enough security officers and we have enough support infrastructure to make this rally. I could take the challenge of staying as the KCB, my sister from KCB asked me to stay up to Sunday. I wish I could. Let me try and see how long I can stay after flagging off. But it's not even an hour. But other than that, we'll be watching from far. We wish you all the best. Magical Kenya is the place to be this weekend, and we are looking forward to the best teams winning, the manufacturers, the drivers, and everybody in between. We wish everyone success. We'll see you on Sunday when we come to witness the finale of this event. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Alright, dakika moja, hii group inaitwa Muncha, tutawakaribisha tena, but I'd like us to give another round of applause to our chief guest for those kind and very important words as we build up towards the start of the 2026 WRC Safari Rally. So I kindly ask our chief guest, led by our CS Salim Vuria, together with our CS Rebecca Miano, to lead the following to the start. We have Maina Muturi to guide them. That is the chief guest and also the governor of the City County as they set up to the start of the ramp. And as we do that, I'll ask the people heading towards the flag-off area. It's very small. There is not much space for everybody. Kindly stay behind the bars so that we can be able to have this in an orderly manner. Kindly. Let's us create space for the official flag-off led by our chief guest as we await the beginning of a great adventure. Right now, I'm going to request the Muncha group, watutumbuize tafadhali, the Masai Cultural Dancing Group, tafadhali tumbuize. All right, 4 minutes remaining. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'll remind you, the space we have here is very small. Let's try and accommodate each other. All right, studio. All right, fantastic. Asante sana. We are counting down 3 minutes to go. Tafadhali msiende. Nataka kuwapatia a quick notice. Once again, thank you very much to our chief guest, His Excellency, the Deputy President. Asante sana kuwa nasi siku ya leo, together with the CSS from the various ministries representing here, tourism, sports, youth affairs, culture. Karibuni sana tena. And to all the government leadership, the county government of Nakuru leadership, asanteni sana. We are just about to begin, and I'll be joined by my good friend Julian, who will also be, I'm just right in front of you, Julian.
I'm here.
Let's have the second mic on.
Yes.
DJ. All right, Julian, welcome back to Kenya.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to it again.
Definitely, and we are just about to begin an adventure here. A very epic moment that we've all been waiting for. And I am waiting to see our time officials, time controllers, giving us an indication with the first car coming here any moment so that we can begin the official ceremony of the 2026 WRC Safari Rally. Ningetaka kushukuru sana Sara na timu yake ambao ametuelekeza vizuri sana. Sara, asante sana. It's all about collaborating and making it all work out for all of us so that we can have a good, smooth flowing event. All right. I can see our time controller just counting down the moments before we begin the session. But I'd like to...
Ralenguro Rodiana Nanda Winingore. Verana Yangona, Cheya Yemur. Egara Murdo, Gajirmi Digger Babber. Egara Murdo, Gajirmi Digger Babber.
3 minutes, we are coming down. Wait, Eddie Kimani.
All right, 3 minutes to go, just before we start. And I'd like to once again introduce, he's not a stranger here in Kenya, Julian. You might have seen his face on Rally TV as we talk about WRC Rally Championship. And Julian, once again, it's a very big warm welcome to Naivasha. I don't know if he has settled in yet, but we are just getting the right position for that so that we can get everything going. Okay, I know you're all anticipating the amazing adventure that is just standing by for us to flag it off. But very quickly, this is the 74th Safari Rally. And of course, coming back into the 2026 schedule, the third round of the season, right after Monte Carlo and Sweden. And we've got an amazing lineup here, of course, with the P1s, the P2, And those are just the classes that various drivers are competing in. Of course, the big boys who are contending for the World Rally Championship with already 2 rounds down. We've got Toyota starting up with the Gazoo Racing World Rally team, with Elfin Evans being the first driver that we'll be waiting for here, together with Scott Martin in their Toyota GR Yaris Rally 1, to be followed by Olivier Solberg and Elliot Edmondson in the Toyota GR Yaris, of course, R1, and of course Takamoto Katsuta, Taka-san, together with Aaron Johnston in the Toyota GR Yaris. So top 3 off the ramp this afternoon. We'll hopefully get a moment to hear 1 or 2 from the first 3 drivers. Not forgetting our very own legion of Kenyan drivers led by Karan Patel, navigated by Tausif Khan. They'll be leading a charge that also includes drivers from around the region. Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, you name it. We've all lined up here because we also need to celebrate our region. And one of the celebrating moments is the bringing together of top 5 drivers, courtesy of KCB Bank, who've been a partner and a friend of motorsports in Kenya. And this time round, they said, you know what? I think we've got room for 5 rally teams. And yes, we'll be introducing them to you as they come to begin their adventure here this afternoon. 3 o'clock. In a few minutes, we should be having the first car coming up. And if I could just have a quick word with Julian. Julian, good afternoon. I think he's getting his numbers all together. As Julian gets his setup all going, I think I might just walk around here and find out what everybody's looking forward to. And I'll randomly do this. I think, all right, too late, Eddie. All right, can I get a big round of applause for the first car that will be beginning the 2026 WRC Safari Rally Adventure? And that is Elfin Evans and Scott Martin. And of course, our chief guest, who will be flagging off the first car this afternoon, Professor Kithure Kindiki. Already, he said this is the first time that he's actually taking part or being part of a motorsport event. And we will be celebrating this moment.
It's the start of Safari Rally Kenya. I mean, the weather's looking like it's coming in, but what are the thoughts going into it now?
Yeah, it's like we mentioned enough. I think it's going to be a very tough start. The first stage is especially one of the most challenging of the rally. So yeah, it's definitely going to test us right from the beginning.
You say that with a smile on your face, though.
No, you have to smile, otherwise you cry.
All right, that is Julian having a quick word with Elfin Evans and Scott Martin as they begin their adventure. They've been here for a couple of days, already wrecked the various stages of this year's edition that has been put together with the COC, Clark, of course, George Mwangi together with his team. And I'm told it is an adventure. And off they go. Kelele, iko wapi tafadhali? Don't get Elfin Evans wrong. That's not the rally speed yet, Julian.
It's not. Mike, you need to stand next to Julian to hear the interview.
wishing all the best to Katsuka.
Together with Alexandria Korea. Mixed results in the first couple of safari rallies, but it's good to have him back in Kenya. Please welcome Adrian Fomo.
You're bad. I'm charging for you. Kemenye, I'm charging for you. Dita, you may hack something.
The Kenya here, but it's now starting to get a bit serious. We're into the big action. How are the nerves? Maybe.
It's quite tense now actually. I think you can see all around the clouds coming, and the way you can reach the stage is quite good. And actually I'm very pleased to be here with all the fans, and it's always a special event in the championship, so always pleased to be here. And yeah, the show is starting now, so yeah, for sure the tension is coming.
Adrian Fomo, wishing him all the best as it begins another expedition in the WRC Safari Rally. And as I mentioned to you, a couple of mixed results for him, but he's back. And it's good to have him back, of course, in the Hyundai i20 in the Rally 1 category. And if you're wondering what's the name on the door, we have the name Pavel Hotek. We'll be seeing that name for quite a while this weekend as we celebrate a man who's been at the forefront in most service parks, representing Skoda, and Julian quite a sad for great man in the motorsport scene globally. And it's good to celebrate. And if you'll be wondering what that stick is all about, that's what we're celebrating, the life of Patek, a man who has an exemplary history in the Skoda family and the entire motorsport space in the world. All right, up next we have Terry Neville, navigated by Martin Waidaige in another Hyundai i20 in the Rally 1 category.
Sijui ako wapi, labda kusoma hapo.
Okay, as we wait for the next car coming up, I mentioned to you, we've got Thierry Nobel together with Martin Rodriguez coming up. I'd like to take these few seconds to appreciate the inclusion of a new member in the family of WRC Safari Rally, and that is Sport Pesa, ably represented here by Honorable Captain Ronald Karauri, CEO Karibu Sana. I know you'd like to say one or two words. Salimia wananchi tafadhali. Just one word. You're entering into a new space. Guys, you're very lucky. So we have the next car coming up. We've got Thierry Nobel, navigated by Martin Wedege.
It's probably everyone's favourite event, but it's one that's kind of like full of jeopardy but adventure. How are you feeling?
Obviously a bit nervous now, obviously heading to the stage. We don't know what the conditions will be exactly like. It has been rain between the recce and now, yeah, we only get information of a few spots of the stage. There's a big rain cloud between the stages as well, so everything is still very open, and yeah, we're gonna follow that closely now the whole section, and then yeah, try to settle down. Once the helmet is on, it's yeah, everything is fine, and we go as fast as we can.
And a lot of people here just for the start, which is great.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of people out there this weekend. Last year was already a great success, and this year will be also very nice, I'm sure.
Now that's the sound of a proper rally car just about to begin his journey. That is Terry Newville, navigated by Martin Wedege. Terry Newville beginning his adventure. Just to bring you up to speed, all the rally crews are heading to the first two stages of the day, Camp Moran, and then they go to Nzabibu. Those are the two stages they'll be tackling, and of course, looking at the weather and the forecast, it looks like it will be a very interesting fast run for these 41 rally drivers who will be flagging off here today. So far, we've flagged off 5 of them. We still have quite a number of them coming through. But I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our partners who have made this event very possible. I'd already mentioned to you the new kid on the block, Sport Pesa. And it's all about Sport Pesa Racing. They are here with us, and I believe they are with us to stay. Yes, Captain Ametingisha Kichwa. I'd like also to thank, of course, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, Magical Kenya. I'd like to thank our big partners and a friend of the 2026 WRC Safari Rally, and also they've been here for quite a number of years. That is KCB Bank, and a team that has really gone out of the way and displayed our starting area, and that is Toyota, Sifao, CFAO. They're also here, well represented and always working on WRC Safari Rally. Anteni Sana. Up next, we've got another car we have here. Is Sebastian Ocean, not a stranger to Safari Rally. He was
just after the first cars are starting, you know, that will be disaster, but you know, that's part of this rally and we'll have to accept it.
It is a great atmosphere as well. We've got all the people just for the start.
Yeah.
The multiple World Rally champion himself, the man, he has said he's not retiring soon, but he's still with us. And of course, remembering his great win when Safari Rally came back to the calendar. And Julian, always great to have Sebastian. Nyinyi ndio mko wengi naona. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana kwa kutokea kwa wengi. Tunawashukuru na tunashukuru of course the county government of Nakuru for once again working hand in hand and welcoming us to the Rudi. Asanteni sana. Pongezi kwenyu. Ningetaka pia kuwashukuru the Wildlife Training Institute hapa Naivasha. This is where we are hosting the service park. Up next, Sami Mayari with Mako.
Cameraman, hey, how can you come in front of us like that, huh?
Sammy, I'll just grab a quick word. It's not raining right here. Last year, third on the last rally in Sweden. Excuse what are the thoughts and targets going into this rally?
It's a really unique rally where you need to have structure. Make sure that you bring the car home in one piece, so it's more like an adventure rather than most of their WRC events.
Road sections.
I will see none of them while we are driving, but maybe outside the stages they are really good.
Machine, of course, is a Toyota GR together with Mako Salminen. I can see from a distance a man with a very interesting name, not a stranger to Safari Rally, Esa Pekalapi. Another Hyundai i20, that is Esa Pekalapi and Eni Malkonen. And our First Lady Navigator. Clearly, our ladies equality. We have our First Lady Navigator. And the ladies, you are well represented.
EP, Annie, you've been here before, only finished 4th from time, had the speed but not the reliability of the bubble. Can Annie bring you some good luck this weekend?
He's finished.
We need also to earn the luck, and I hope we can do that as well, so let's see. Annie, how it are you to finally start?
By Shane Van. All right, John Armstrong, delegated by Shane Van, running for the first time in Kenya.
We know it's an adventure, so whatever you use a lot, it's a challenge. It's one of the iconic events. You're about to head on to that first stage. Nervous or excited?
I think a mixture of both. Of course, a bit nervous because the stages are really demanding here, very tough, very bumpy. And the first stage has a bit of mud, a bit of ruts, and places to be careful. Yeah, it's such an iconic event. It's great to see so many people turn out here. So thank you very much, and yeah, can't wait to see what rallying in Kenya is all about.
All right, well done, and all the best to John Armstrong, making his debut in the WRC in Monte Carlo, making his way now to the Safari Rally. And I'd like to thank President Professor Kithure asante sana for being with us. Na nitauliza usaidiwe kidogo, I'd like to welcome CS Rebecca Miano tafadhali. Oh, naonekana unaenjoy sana. Unafurahia sana. Kabisa. Tuendelee basi.
Hakuna kitu kingine mpya hapa.
This time they are not keeping time.
Not
like 1 minute.
Kidogo tu nichukue hiyo. Sema.
Kuna swali?
Gari moja. Wapi kwa? Umetoka? Unakaje?
All right, Germany continues. Remember, it's Adventure 2026 WRC. Ningetaka shukuru sana kila mtu kwa kutokea siku ya leo. It's one of the big numbers we've seen. Your Excellency, this is one of the big numbers we've seen in attendance for a ceremonial travel. We really appreciate kwa kuja kwenyu hapa Naivasha. Wale ambao mmesafiri, karibuni sana Naivasha. Hii ndio Safari Rally Central na tunaanzisha mchuano wa magari wa mwaka huu 2026 ikiwa the 74th edition since we started back in the early 1950s. This event has quite a number of history, so much to talk about. Tutakaa hapa siku nzima tukiongea kuhusu historia ya Safari Rally, lakini kwa sasa ninawashukuru sana kwa kuweza kuwa nasi ili tuendelee kutengeneza historia ya Safari Rally. The next guy coming up, also not a stranger to Safari Rally, Joshua Kellen Jesse.
Huku ni restricted, huwezi enda mahali kote sawa.
Josh, you were here last year, that 1 year's experience. How much did that help you going into what could be a very interesting afternoon?
Let's see, it's all to do with the weather here, and obviously the roads are very tricky as it is, so it's going to be a nice afternoon, I hope, and it's a long weekend, a long way to Sunday, so let's play a good hockey.
What are you hearing about that first stage right now? What are you getting back from the weather crews?
I think it's actually very muddy for the first 200 meters, and after that it dries out, so let's see, I think the mud holes for Maggie is still going to be there, but it's not as extreme.
All right, the spirit is there, but is it willing? Beginning their adventure in their Ford Puma. Joshua is not a stranger to the Safari Rally. He's been here before, mixed results also, but he's also taken part in a couple of different other motorsport disciplines, including the Classic Rally, which is much more of an endurance event, or if you like, a marathon event, which has given him a nice insight to what rallying in Africa is all about. Up next, right after Joshua, put your hands together to Gus and Jonas Anderson.
Robert, you're about to head out. An hour or so up to stage one. I'm hearing it's raining at the start and at the end. What do you know?
No, I know the same. I hope you're alive, but yeah, looking at the sky, you might be correct.
Are you looking forward to it, or are you very nervous?
I mean, it's a bit different feeling, to be honest, because it's a lot of unknown situations ahead of us, but I mean, that's part of the game, and we are playing to fight.
Okay, enjoy your weekend. Good luck.
Well done to Gus Smith, a hot top driver of the Rally 2 category. Open up the challenge for the rest of the R2 Rally Championship. Jacobino in the Skoda Fabia RS, also in Rally 2. Okay, that was a switch.
Gus, welcome back to Kenya. It's been a very, very happy hunting ground, but I would say this weekend could be a bit more demanding.
Yeah, I'd say so. I reckon this one will be quite easily the toughest one we've ever done. So, yeah, we're used to it now. I've done it a few times, so we have to be a bit more careful than I have in the past. But maybe stages will clean up nice now. It's good.
New car, how are you getting on with it?
It seems good so far, but yeah, it's only on Thursday and it's still finished on Sunday, so I'll say that.
Thank you very much and enjoy your weekend.
Andreas Mikkelson and Jon Lesterd. Remember, we are celebrating Patek, one of the mastermind Skoda. And that's why you see the name on the car door as we celebrate a hero who rested, that is Patek. Over to you, Julian.
Andreas, as you said to the Deputy President, it's going to be a tough rally. Anything like you've ever done before in your illustrious career?
No, this is something completely different, so much more than water. I've seen a lot of rough rallies, I mean Greece, Turkey, these kind of rallies, but this is completely different, so it's a huge challenge this weekend.
That's what it's all about, and that's why we come here, that's why we all enjoy it strangely.
Yeah, exactly. I heard so many stories about Rally Safari that it's so unique, and this is definitely a unique one.
Enjoy it, have a good weekend.
Photographers, please. Hey guys.
Acha hii ende nikupatie hizi. Hizi. Nini? Ya kadi. Unajua hizi ni difference. Kakagema hana hizi. Najua. Anasema iende tu kadi. Haina noma. Alafu nijaribu kukopi nione kama bado nitakuwa sawa. Gari yenyewe iko wapi? Ile side nyingine na tunajaribu kuambia timu asonge karibu na mahali zetu. Sawa.
With the big names like Jovita Singh, Shaka Mehta, Ian Anton, Patrick Giroux, for a very long time carrying forward Kenya's flag in the World Rally Championship coming up. Kenya National Rally Championship. So it is an iconic event that is all the world to Kenya. We do continue celebrating the Safari Rally as we get on with this amazing journey of the Championship 2026. We are expecting after about naomba wale ambao wanaweza anza kuomba hii mvua hiyo ipige pause kidogo tu, si ndio? Sasa tuanzeni tuombe kidogo tu. Hii mvua ishikilie tu kidogo tu, tumalize hizi gari ambazo zinakuja. Because right now we have our Kenyan brothers and sisters lining up. They are coming up shortly, and I'm sure our chief guest, Deputy President, uko na gari kama actually ni mbili hivi, alafu tuwakaribisha Wakenya wenzetu. All right, so nitakuomba uwe patient nasi. We have another car coming through. This is also a Toyota. Gari yenye mbele yako ni gani? Asante. Put your hands together for Brother Diego Dominguez. together with Rogelio Penate.
Hebu nenda ambia hivi akubali na gari. Mimi nilikuwa na moja hapo. Hapa hapa.
Sound. Appreciated. Definitely remember we will be watching the live transmission via Rally TV and of course in respective All right, we are counting down to welcome our Kenyan brothers and sisters coming through. They're also part of the up because I'd like us to give a proper Kenyan cheer to the first Kenyan car coming through. Thank you so much. Yeah, warm up. You're the asshole. First of all, we would like to celebrate these amazing and brave drivers as they start their adventure of the 74th edition of the WRC Safari Rally right here in Naivasha. Once again, it's a very big thank you to all the participating. Your Excellency, tunakushukuru sana umetualika tena Nakuru and good to have you here up to this moment. Lazima tuwakaribisha Wakenya wenzetu vizuri na nyinyi wote wakaaji wa Naivasha and indeed Nakuru City. Tunasema asante sana. Kumbuka wadhamini wetu ni wengi na ningetaka kuwashukuru tena, including SportPesa who just made that right move to indicate to us that indeed Safari Rally attracts global partnerships, global brands and global friends who make this sport possible. So once again, thank you so much to SportPesa with the leadership here with us. Asante sana. We have Mr. Daniel Twist together with Camille Heller, and they're just about to take off in their Skoda Fabia RS. Once again, I'd like us to also acknowledge the amazing input of the man Pavel Hotek behind the Skoda brand and also motoring and motorsports in the world. He is no longer with us, and that's why we are celebrating him here in the WRC Safari Rally, and you can see on the door, that's why we have the car numbers. And off they go. Dereva wetu wa kwanza ambaye anainua bendera ya Kenya juu, mnamjua? Anaitwa nani? Hey, unajua tu Patel. Karan Patel, naomba tafadhali get your hands ready. Let's clap and cheer for this amazing duo. Karan Patel and together with his navigator Joseph Khan, multiple Africa Rally champion, multiple Kenya champion, and a man who says never, and is amongst the really growing talent. I can no longer call him talent. He is a guru in rallying in Kenya, so he's coming up next, and I'm just giving you some heads up. Please tupigieni kelele kabisa. Mpigie simu. Panafaa helmet. Petroli hezi isha bwana. Hezi. Wameenda kujaza. Hata anakuja. Tafadhali naomba tena, akija nataka kelele sana. Kumbuka we are being watched live. And I'd like us to show the world that we also support and love our Kenyan rally drivers and navigators. We have quite a number of them driving various machines in various categories, and some of them also contending in Rally 2 and also the Africa Rally Championship, which is a big deal if you ask me, as we are also counting towards the WRC. And we are also looking to support and cheer our local Kenyan drivers who are also taking part in this year's Safari Rally, including Karan Patel, Saman Singh Vora, Hamza Anwar, together with Mudasa Chaudhry. We also have Akif Virani, together with Zahir Shah. Tukonaya Nikhil Sachania, also ARC champion, together with Deep Patel. We also have the Iceman, Jasmine Chana, together with Ravinda Chana, the siblings who've gotten into the contention for this year's event once again in their fourth fiesta in Rally 2. And we also have across the pond representing Uganda, Duncan Mubiru, together with Joseph Kamia. We've got Evans Kavisi, together with Absalom Aswani. We also have Ismail Azeli, together with John Bugi. Oscar Tambi, together with Uthman Muhammadi from Uganda. Also from the region, we have Samir Nanji and Suraj Pala. Harpreet Singh Bogal, together with Gordon Noble. And all the way from Rwanda, I believe, the second lady driver. Can I get a big noise for Queen Kalimpinya? She will also be coming by together with her navigator Olivier Gabo. And from Rwanda also we have Jean-Claude Bakoya. Kelele ya Karan Patel ni wapi? Haya picha ya Karan Patel. Together with Joseph Karan. I can see KCB is well represented here. Karan, welcome to the start. Together with Tosif. Karan, well done to be here at this moment. Karan, nimesikia lazima tusikie. Mnataka kusikia sauti yake? Karan Patel, well done. Why I'm saying well done is because getting to this point is not as easy as people think. It's a lot of work. Tosif, welcome. Now, 2026, you've done some of the biggest rallies. Should I even ask you if you have a plan for this year?
Well, the plan is to finish in a strong position.
Led by Karan. Karan, you can get in the car now and get ready to start your journey. Remember, they're heading all the way to Camp Moran as they start the days from Camp Moran and Zabibu, Karan and Tosif. Fingers crossed. Like I see Rosalind very happy. Wishing them all the best. Rosalind Yeshuru, the director for Group KCB Group Marketing and Communication, and she's here, of course, to see off the first KCB team that will be representing the partner of Motorsport and Safari Rally. Nimetumwa. Kuna dereva mwingine anakuja na yule dereva anaitwa Saman Singh Vora na ningetaka umsalimie.
Vora ni fire si fire. Good luck, friends.
Saman, well done. Just a quick word. Give us just an insight to what you've done the last 3 days getting for this ready. Are you all set for this?
The last 3 days, I think we don't want to approach the Nakuru directly, but yeah, we're excited for the adventure ahead. Keep all of us in your prayers. We hope to make Kenya proud. And Asante sana, Excellency. And God bless Kenya, God bless the WRC, and we hope we have many more editions back.
Asante sana Samani. Wishing you all the best. Kelele ya Samani kwa wapi? Kelele ya Samani kwa wapi? Samani is being navigated by a regular navigator here in Kenya. He has served with many drivers, and that is Drew Starrock. Wish them all the best, brother, as they start their adventure of the 2026 WRC Safari Rally. These individuals, brave men, all the way from Paraguay, and that is Andrea Lapaja, together with German Moon in the Toyota GR Yaris. Another Lady Kelele, ladies and Andrea, welcome to Kenya. What are you looking forward to the next 4 days? Navigated by German owned in the Toyota GR is from Paraguay in the Rally 2 category. Wishing them all the best. The guy in front of you is all of them. Cheer for Andrea. If I'm not wrong, we should be expecting the next Kenyan team, that is Hamza. He's been at the top of rally for quite a while and is really proving to be one of the reliable drivers we have in the country. I believe that's, if I'm not wrong. Okay. Together with our CS tourism, Madam Rebecca Miano, to flag off. These two young drivers, both of them taking up their respective roles in their car, sponsored and supported by the Kenyatta International Convention Center. Kelele ya KCC iko wapi? And of course, remember it's all about the tourism, the economy and speed. Hamza, would you like to say a word to your fans? What would you like to say to your fans? They're all here looking at you and support you.
Thank you all very much, and I know you're rooting for me, and we will try our best in Kenya too, as always.
On to Assad, and he's carrying on the torch in the Anwar family, proving that he's got it and he can keep the legacy going on in motorsports. Oh yes, I'm being told, of course, to remind everyone, he's also an FIA junior champion. Can we give him a round of applause for that also? I mean, we don't get to hear or see most of these drivers and navigators, but right now, this is a moment for us to keep on celebrating them as they begin another journey of the Safari Rally WRC 2026. Akif Birani, together with Zahid Shah. Akif is not a stranger to this level of competition. He's been there, also crowned a Motorsportsman of the Year before. But he's a man who's passionate about motorsports and he's definitely looking forward to see will this year be different this time round together with Zahid Shah. Haya, tuende kazi. Up next we have Nathaniel Brown with Sergio Fernandez in the Rally 3-4 Fiesta. And Your Excellency, we continue to thank you for making time to be with us here. Kelele na makofi ya Chief Guest kwa tafadhali. His Excellency, Professor Kithure Kindiki, thank you so much for being with us here this afternoon. Tunashukuru sana na tunaendelea kushukuru tukuranga pia serikali kuu na serikali ya kaunti ya Nakuru kwa kuweza kutualika tena. Alright, tafadhali msiondoke. Mgeni wetu wa heshima ndio ameweza kuondoka, amemaliza kazi yake ya leo. Taomba tafadhali wadhamini, our sponsors, our partners, please do not leave. We still have a couple of more cars to flag off. And I will also remind the KCP, we have several cars.
Akema. Nisaidie hiyo nini?